welcome to another Mega Brain Kids Club Summer Reading Edition. Today we are going to be learning how to make these cute little plush animals out of odd socks. So we've got an octopus and an elephant and a bunny rabbit. So we're going to start with the octopus because this is the easiest one to do. I have a sock that looks like this, these striped fuzzy ones. For our octopuses we're just going to be using these regular socks because we didn't have enough, but it'll be the same basic idea. So the first thing that you need to do is get a big ol' handful of fluff, the stuffing, and you'll have this in your kits, and shove it into the bottom part of the toe of your sock. And you can make his head as big or small as you want to. I'm just going to stuff mine till it's about halfway, so about like that. And then I'm just going to tie it off with a rubber band right underneath where I stuffed it. And then all you need to do is cut the bottom part of it into 8 equal pieces so that it'll make tentacles. So I'm just going to go cut along these fold lines that are already here, cut them in half there. And the ones where your heel is will be a little bit longer, but once they're all cut, it will be harder to tell. Then you've got your 8 little tentacles, and the last thing you need to do is give him some eyes, and you can either draw on the eyes or you can glue on googly eyes. We've got little buttons that we're going to glue on. You can decide which side you want to be his face. You can draw on other features too if you wanted to have a smiley face or anything like that. But that is it. Your octopus is done. Fine. Now next we are going to do the rabbit. This one's a little bit more difficult, but still pretty easy. So you'll have your socks like this. The heel part of your sock is going to end up being your rabbit's face. So this part is going to be his ears. So first we need to stuff the bottom of it about halfway up. If you want it to be able to sit up by itself, you can put something else in there, dried beans or rice or something. But if you want it to be cuddly, you can just use stuffing for the whole thing. So about halfway or a little bit more, and then you're going to secure that with a rubber band, just like we did with our octopus. Now we're going to stuff it again until just above the heel. You don't have to have that rubber band too tight. You can kind of, if you don't want it to be so skinny in the middle, you can put your rubber band looser and then kind of stuff in between. And I'm going to push my stuffing down so it's in between where the rubber band is. Oops, I'm going to actually fill my bottom part a little bit more. Or you can fill the whole thing and then put your rubber band on too, which I think is actually what I'm going to do. And then you're just going to put another rubber band around the top. where you stop so that it'll make his little ears. When you've got that part done, we need to shape his ears. So we're going to cut this in half, like that, just straight down the middle. So now we have 2 ears. I'm gonna cut this a little bit more. And then you can use your scissors to round out the top of them to make them ear-shaped. And if you want to, since they're kind of falling apart like that, you can put some glue in there so that his ears hold together. There we go. Now we just need to give him a face. So in your kit, you'll have a little pink bead, and you'll have 3, oops, I forgot to give you yours. You'll have 3 short pieces of pipe cleaner. So you're gonna put your 3 pieces of pipe cleaner through the bead, so that then the bead is in the middle. This is gonna make his nose and whiskers. Kinda exactly you want to. So it's like this. And then glue that on where you want his nose to be. Like that. And then we're just gonna give him some eyes. And I have googly eyes for this one. And the eyes will be in your kit as well. And the very last thing that we need to do is give him a tail. You've got a little cotton ball in your kit, and we're just going to glue that right to the back where his tail would be. Just right down here. About halfway where the toe is. But so, there we go. There is our completed bunny. Okay, now we're going to move on to the octopus, or the elephant rather. This one is a little bit tougher, but it turns out really cute. So the first thing that we need to do is make his feet. So we are going to get just a tiny little bit of our stuffing. You're going to roll it into a ball in your hand. That makes it a little bit easier. Or you can use cotton balls for this too. We're going to stick up clear down into the toe. And with this one, the heel of your sock is going to be the back of your elephant's head. I'm going to put it in the toe so that it makes a tiny little ball like this, and we're going to tie that off with rubber band. So now it's got one, and we need one more down there. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So now we got 2 little feet. And we're gonna stuff his body. And we're gonna stuff this to about there, right below where the heel part starts. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did with his bottom feet for his little top legs, his arms. So about right here, right at the top of where you stopped stuffing. And the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now we've got his body. Now we need to stuff his head. Let's get another big ball of stuffing. And if you want to, you can add another rubber band right here to make his head a little bit more pronounced. I'm going to leave mine like it is. Now you can see the toe, or the heel rather, became the back of his head. So the ankle part is going to become his trunk. So I'm going to pull that all to the front and secure that with a rubber band. So I'm going to flatten it out like this and then just kind of roll it up on itself to make a trunk shape. And rolling in the sides toward each other. And I'm going to secure that with some glue. So there's this trunk. And then he needs eyes, of course. Again, you've got googly eyes in your kits. These ones are actually adhesive back, so I'm just going to stick them on there, but you can glue them if you want them to be a little bit more secure. There. Now you're almost done. The very last thing that you need to do is give him some ears. So that is what this piece of felt is for. So I'm going to fold mine in half, and then you can draw it on first. I'm just going to kind of freehand an ear shape. If you fold it in half like this, you can cut both ears at the same time and they'll match. So there's my ears. Oops. And I'm just going to glue it to the back of his head. There we go, he's got 2 big ears, and your elephant is done. So thank you for watching this. I hope you have fun making these. You can make more at home if you've got odd socks laying around. Just make sure you get your parents' permission before you cut up a bunch of socks. So thank you for watching.